Very, very much so. I think if they are wise enough, they ought to examine the coalition government. And they will find they have two parties as part of this coalition government. Yesh Atid, that is the future, and Hatnoa, led by Lapid and Tzipi Livni, respectively. These two parties are key to keeping this coalition government together. These two parties and leaders are committed to negotiate an agreement with the Palestinians. But they haven't done so because the Palestinians have not really been showing that kind of willingness, or they have been engaged, as I know and you hear day in and day out, in such public narrative that did not encourage these two parties to rethink their position within the coalition government. If they find out that the Palestinians are ready to really negotiate under this unity government, Hamas and others are adhering to the principles, and Netanyahu still refuses to negotiate, I believe that these two parties will defect, will leave the government, and they will have an opportunity to form a different government, basically made from the center and left of center, which will have enough majority in the Israeli parliament to be backed and supported. So the Palestinians ought to be looking at this carefully, but it's going to all depend whether they live up to the commitment they made, namely recognizing Israel, ceasing all violence and accepting prior resolution, as Mahmoud Abbas already stated. But I think this is actually a good thing. This support came conditionally. That is, we will continue to support you. We will provide you with the means, as long as the three conditions that were accepted, imposed by the quartet at the time, calling for as the three requirements: no violence, recognizing Israel, and accepting prior resolution. They will have to live up to that. They'll have to stop any kind of violence, and they'll have to demonstrate that they're willing to sit down and negotiate. And I think as long as they follow that, I think the international community, but specifically the United States and the EU, these two bodies are central to the peace process because they are the main supporters of the Palestinians, both financially and now politically. And as long as the Palestinians lived up to these commitments, these bodies, the United States and the EU, will continue to support them.